But it took a while to get to him to confirm explosive on his body. 2 other suspects have been arrested. America's listening to Fox News.
This week on the Fox True Crime Podcast, I'm joined by retired FBI Special Agent.
Man. What is going on? Good day to everyone. Good day. I am giving you all a call. I'm calling you. Ring, hello. Boy, this new camera is clear. Shit. I got to figure out a filter. But anyway, I'm not technically inclined, so all this is new to me. But I am going to start off by saying I got excellent news yesterday. Excellent news yesterday. So I want to shout out to everybody that wished me happy birthday again, because I thanked you, some of you, a lot of you, individually, as much as Facebook would allow. And then I saw this little message on there that you could click on and say, send a happy birthday message. And it only tagged 99 people. Well, 992 people wished me happy birthday. So I still got to comb through and try to get to them and respond to them individually. But the ones I did respond to, I did ask them a favor. And you know, if you're one of them, which favor I ask you. And a lot of you did it. And I really appreciate it so much. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. You really pushed me over the top. And I'll have some exciting news to announce in a few days. But this is so great. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to my Facebook family for helping me out. And I truly appreciate it. Because, you know, sometimes you get into doing things and you are like, man, is my message getting out? Is it getting heard? And, you know, you may get X amount of likes, but you get 2,000 views. And you're like, why ain't you comment? Why ain't you hit the like button? Why ain't you leave some type of emoji or something? But it's all good. It's all good, because guess what? You get paid for the views. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because in today's age, you have to create multiple streams of income. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this 100-day challenge message is not going to be all sunshines and rainbows and dolphins and sunshine, because it's a lot going on. So in the message is a message. So get it if you get it. If you don't, you don't. But the first thing I want to talk about is we all have to have multiple streams of income. And I know a lot of people who started following me and subscribed to my channel are waiting for this type of content. And I'm getting ready to give it to you, because I've been dormant on the how to earn fast cash as far as seminars, as far as the social media is concerned. I've been doing a lot of one-on-one with individuals, and that's been taking a lot of my time. But I'm actually, you know, checking the temperature, tapping into the pulse of people and seeing what they actually need and what type of information that they actually want and what can actually help them, and find out a way to make it so easy for them that even a child could do it. So, you know, we're getting ready to come up with another How to Earn Fast Cash series that's coming soon, incongruent with the 100-day challenge, because that's one of my challenges for myself. I said technology is to learn some technology so I could be able to broadcast this news that people can use more openly, more widely, more broadly, and free. Because a lot of people get in position and they get a piece of knowledge, and they either A, withhold the knowledge, or B, charge people for the knowledge. And they always try to be cool and say the old pimp slang, the game is to be sold, not told. Okay, we're not in the pimp game. Okay, we're not doing that. So I want to say this: if you have knowledge, if you have gained some type of understanding, you are more valuable sharing it than not sharing it. It makes you a valuable resource to share knowledge gained. It does not make you valuable resource withholding it, because who knows that you have this value if you don't tell anybody, if you don't withhold it. You know, you ever been in a position where you've worked somewhere and someone gets into a position of power and they go power crazy and they lose their complete humanity and mind towards individuals because they were given a title, and because of that title, that makes them feel superior to everybody else. That's the same thing sometimes with knowledge. People think because they have some type of information or some type of knowledge that makes them more important or more of this or more of that, and it doesn't. We have to get away from that, because one of the old sayings used to be, if you want to hide anything from a foundational Black American, is to put it in a book, because it was always a stereotype that we did not read. And so, taking that to account, there's more reading groups, more people that read, more people that have good information than there ever was before. You know, all the statistics that they put out can be demonstrably proved wrong. So don't let that be your deterrent from sharing information with your people where you feel that they'll one up you. Because, you know, a lot of the attitude that has been ingrained into our ancestral DNA is that people say out of their mouths that they want to see you doing better than them. That they want to see you doing better, but just not better than them. As soon as you start doing better than them, that's when it becomes a problem. Haven't you noticed that? When you all seemingly on the equal playing field, and you all are operating on the same playing ground, they cheering you on. They're at your event supporting you, liking your posts. Hey girl, go ahead girl. But as soon as you start excelling forward, and they still right here, it becomes an issue. Have you noticed that? That's a prime issue with our people. So one of today's 100-day challenges is to take a minute and share a piece of valuable information that you may have with one of your fellow brothers or sisters that may be helpful. Because in the day's age, and as the days go by, we're going to find that we're going to need to be helping one another, whether you like it or not. See, I'm a person on my own island, and I prefer to be that way. Not because somebody hurt me, I don't like people, which is partly true, but I just am being a loner all my life. There's an age gap between my next sibling. When I grew up, I generally played by myself. I did everything on my own, and that's part of my zodiac character makeup. I'll generally get down on my own. However, I realized that to affect change, sometimes it takes a team. It takes more than one. So, you know, find yourself the like-minded. And as we proceed on the 100-day challenge, we're going to talk about characteristics of how you can point out your like-minded tribe, okay? Because I know you've dealt with some people, and some of those people have let you down, and you may be missing team members of your tribe. And it's okay. The world got a kabillion people in it. You can replace them, okay? Because some people come into your life for a season, and some come into your life for a reason and a season. You understand what I'm saying? And then also we have to check ourselves. So how are we cultivating the relationship? Are we doing our part? We expect people to be this and do that and do this for us, but are we doing that in return? Because I have to say, you know, if you're being honest with yourself and you're being truthful, as I was with myself, in some cases I broke down in a relationship. I was expecting, but I wasn't giving. So, you know, you gotta be accountable as far as that and conducting relationships. But we'll get into that on another 100-day challenge. Now, that is the basis of my 100-day challenge. I wanted to get that out the way because, you know, we got to have some news that we can use, right? Because it's some news out here that we don't want to use. Like, what's going on with Diddy? What's going on with Diddy? Why is that girl writing letters to the judge still? She is not making herself look good at all. Who am I talking about? None other than the pissy mouth trollop Cassie. Yes, I said what I said, okay? And if this video get taken down, it is what it is. But that's what she is, okay? Girl, you know you was with it. You know you was with it. You was calling them over. You was having relations with them escorts even when Diddy wasn't around. You even got pregnant by one of them. Girl. And you writing to the judge, if you let him out, I'm scared. The first thing he's gonna do is come after me. First of all, Diddy is a billionaire. If he wanted to come after you, that could have been executed while he's in jail. Girl. And she didn't write that letter. That crazy ass white man she got for a lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, wrote that letter. And he is not making her look good. You know what? I don't wish bad on nobody, but I wish all them escorts line up and sue the shit out of Cassie. Because she ran off with the bag. 20 million from Diddy, 10 million from the hotel, and she's still not satisfied? You want the man's life? Let me tell you something, you little trollop. You ain't worth all that, okay? And I'm not a Diddy fan, and I'm not a Diddy supporter, never have been, okay? But in this case, I am. You want to know why? Because he's a foundational black American. And why is it that when one of us get into trouble, we are the first ones to jump on the bandwagon to crucify that individual? We don't listen to the facts. We don't wait till all the evidence is in. We just, yeah, he did it. They're bad. They're wrong. We are in bad shape. We got the Caucasian man against us. We got every other race and clan against us, and we against ourselves. And how do you change that? You know, the task is daunting, but there is a remedy. There is a remedy, and I'm gonna tell you straight up what it is. You got to start one person at a time. You got to be sending out 100-day challenges and messages and encouraging people to be a better self. You know, I'm proud to be the Pied Piper of leading you to be a better you, because I'm trying to lead myself to be a better me. And while I'm on this journey, I'm gonna take you with me. But back to Diddy. His sentencing date is tomorrow. Let's send up a prayer for that brother, because they trying to give him 130 something months. That's 11 years. 100 and something crazy number they trying to give him, but it rounds up to being 11 years for being in a threesome, for being an amateur porn director, bro, where everybody was with it. See, what happened is these women got on the stand and lied. And if you look at the testimony, you couldn't look because they didn't air the trial, but there's many people who read the transcripts out to you, so you didn't have to read them yourself. Will let you know everybody that the prosecution put up on the stand lied. Every one of them lied. And Cassie was supposed to be their star witness, and she ends up saying in her testimony, yes, I still love Diddy. I love him, and I love our past. Her husband got to be saying, yeah, that's why I made you go do what you did to get this 30 million, because I'm about to spend it. All the humiliation you done put me through. Yeah, that girl, she's something else. But the judge Summerian, he's the first Asian American federal judge in this country. Bruh, you're biased, and you need to chill out, because we clearly see it. He denied Diddy's Rule 29 and Rule 33 motions for the charge to be dismissed or for retrial, or just on the prostitution charge. He asked the prosecution and defense to write letters to surmise any prior cases to see what type of sentencing that case had, so he would have a sentencing guideline. There is none. There is no other case like Diddy. And might I add in here, Diddy did not even call one witness for the defense. He used the prosecution's witnesses against them. His defense team was more than excellent, and he beat the critical charges that could have put him in jail for life and took all his money. So there's one charge that still stands, the transportation for with the intent for prostitution, whatever it is. He's a first-time offender. On the sentencing guideline list, he's at the low rating. He'd be looking at somewhere between 12 and 20 months. And I'm giving 20 at the high number. He's already did 14 months. He should get time served and some probation. That's what should happen. If anything other than that happens, we know what we already know, that it's bigger than what they saying it is. That this was a play put into play to put him back in his place. But Diddy in there ain't wasting his time. Diddy in there teaching the inmates. Diddy got a class going on every week called Free Game with Diddy, and he's taking the time out with these brothers to redirect their minds. He got his own little 100-day challenge going on in there, and he's providing resources, aftercare, to lower the recidivism. And I said, you know, This is good for the people who are able to take advantage of getting an opportunity to speak to someone as itself, because you could say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy is a hard-ass worker. His work ethic is top tier. And the dude is a mogul. He didn't get where he is because he's stupid, okay? But, you know, we can all surmise and speculate on some of the things he may have had to do to get where he is, but the bottom line, the brug amassed a fortune. And he's providing aftercare for these people. These people wrote glowing letters about him. And the level of knowledge and the compassion that he's having for each one of their situations, and encouragement that he's giving to each one of them. He's even opening up his locker to share what he has with others, because sometimes people get up in there and the family forget about them, out of sight, out of mind, and you don't have enough. The last time they feed you is after 4 o'clock count, and you starving until breakfast time. But Diddy's kind enough to share, and you know, I don't think he's doing that to keep them off his ass. I think they like him in there, because when he beat the feds at trial on the RICO charges, they were cheering his ass when he came back. And before he went to court, they all got in a prayer circle and they prayed with him. And they actually pray every day. They actually do a prayer every day. So let's stand in agreement with his prayer for his freedom, so he can get back to his family and get back to doing what he's doing. And Diddy not stupid. Diddy ain't about to get out here and start doing all that crazy stuff again. And you know, you get caught up in the web, it's hard as hell to get out. But God is able, and God is in control. So God, please release him. Please release him. Grant him his freedom, and grant him the opportunity to be back with his family, and give him a changed mind. And so on that note, you know, everybody has an opportunity to change. That's why we're doing this 100-day challenge for a better you. Because whatever you got going on with you, you can change. And whatever you got going on you is good, you can improve, right? Okay, so on with the Diddy business. It's so many other different topics that I had to talk about today, but I'm at my destination and I have an appointment. Girl, let me tell you, boy, let me tell you, y'all know who watches, but you know I have this saga with the dentist, right? I'm about to start vlogging as soon as I get technically inclined. I'm learning. I've already done a couple things where I'm learning. But, yeah, they tight. They really tight. And they pushing against these teeth. And when I bite down, there's pressure. And I don't like it. You ever eat and you get something stuck in between your teeth and it's pushing teeth? Yeah, that's the constant feeling I'm having. I don't know what's going on with these implants. This is an implant. These are teeth. And, yeah, but they got a dental tool where they don't even have to remove this. They can insert and make space. So I'm here at the appointment to get that done. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's on a 100-day challenge. I have videos that are on my YouTube channel. If you want to replay and go back and see what the challenges have been thus far, I'm going to link that in the comments. Please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. I want you to have a great and wonderful day. All right, y'all. See you soon. Peace.